WMNH, rip the knob off.
We're back from the break. Matt Connarton Unleashed.
That is called Round We Go. The band is White Ash. Oh, what a cool sound. I really, really like that a lot. And they are our second guest in a row today on the show, by the way, from Liverpool. But let's get the guys on. Let's see who we have with us via Microsoft Teams. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Oh, there we go. I got nervous there for a second. Hey, so who do we have on the line with us from the band?
You've got four out of five at the minute.
Four of them?
You've got...
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, who? Yep, go ahead.
I'm Adam, play the keys in Wise Ash.
I'm Sophie, I'm the drummer.
I'm Chris, I'm the bassist.
I'm Ethan, I play the guitar and write the songs, sing.
All right, very good. Who are we missing?
Deacon, who is our lead guitarist, he's just currently laying floorboards.
I gotcha.
So he couldn't be.
Working for a living. I get it. Well, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. Yeah, I love that. I love that song "Round We Go." Like I said, it's just got such a cool vibe to it. And tell us about White Ash. Have you been around for a long time? I mean, you're a relatively young band, correct?
Yeah, that's it. It's only been 2023 since we started.
Yeah,
so around then.
The end of 2023 it was. So I think that's roughly 2.5 years, isn't it?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Oh, so pretty new.
Yeah, we've never, like, for the first year or so, we just sort of floated about the local scene, got our sound together, and then slowly now we're starting to trickle tracks out to people. Yeah.
What has it been like for you in terms of, getting your sound together, as you put it, because you've got such a, like I said, I hate to keep using the same word cool, but it's just got such a cool vibe, especially that song "Round We Go." And we're going to play another song of yours at the end of our conversation. We're going to play "Blue Skies," which is also a great song. But, I mean, did the sound of White Ash come together quickly for you, or what was it something that took time for y'all to kind of gel, or what was that like?
Well, we had to go with, like, loads of different sounds, to be honest. Like, we gelled quite easily, but we were just trying to see how many different, styles we could go through and which one we liked and that.
Yeah. And I would imagine with 5 of you in the band, there's a heavy confluence of influences, right? I mean, there must be obviously 5 people. Everybody has different backgrounds. I'm sure you all kind of bring something different to the table in terms of the sound that becomes White Ash when you all play together.
Absolutely. Because, like, the likes of Chris, our bassist, he loves a lot of funk, he loves a lot of music like that, and everyone's got their own different musical taste, so it all blends in. I think you can tell that through "Round We Go" especially. It's like there's a lot of mixtures of genres through into the one track. It's not just the one.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why primarily on the early stages we didn't want to sort of genre lock ourselves and bring music out too early, because we wanted to make sure what we were going to bring to the masses and to the people was good enough, and was something we would be happy to listen to ourselves.
Right. Absolutely. Tell me about being from Liverpool. By the way, so you're the second artist on the show we've had today. You're the second guest that we've had from Liverpool. And I was talking with Dave Jackson from The Room. He was on during the first hour, and we talked about how, what is that like? I was asking him what it's like, because Liverpool obviously has a very, it looms large in terms of the artists, obviously the Beatles and everyone else who came from Liverpool. I mean, what is that like? Is it hard to stand out in Liverpool?
I think
There's a lot of competition, like, there's like, because we're quite a small city as well.
Okay.
And, like, obviously there's loads of, like, a lot of musical people from here, like, so there is loads of other bands and stuff like that are good around the city, like.
you get a lot of university students here as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you get, like, the sound of other places in England as well, instead of just that sound over there, that Liverpool sound. So there's just all kinds going on.
To be honest with you, we found it quite surprising how much feedback we've had more from America with the songs we've brought out, as
Really?
much to the local scene. There's been a lot more feedback. It looks like we've got a lot more people listening over your side of the pond. Whereas over here, we get a lot of listeners. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're shocked at how early our music was managed to reach over there. If you get what I mean?
Oh, that's fantastic, though. I mean, that's really validating, because I know that historically, like, for example, again, not to keep bringing up the Beatles, but they would talk earlier in their career about how it was important to break in America. That was what they saw. That was kind of the big goal. If you could break big in America, then you've really made it in terms of establishing yourselves internationally. And so I think it's pretty validating for you guys that, if American radio is starting to play your music, and like I said, the first time I listened to Round We Go, I was like, I can't wait to play this on the show. But that's really validating for what you're doing. I think that's great. And do you? I mean, why do you think that is? Do you know what the reason is that you're able to connect with, kind of start building an American audience versus what the reaction to you is there where you are in your home base?
Just mind if I answer this one?
Yeah.
So I firmly believe that it's because in Liverpool everyone expects a certain sound to come out of the bands, and they expect a lot of generic, say, Mersey beats, a lot of Beatles stuff. They expect you to have that sound, whereas we are not. Your generic bands that come out the city behind that sound. So I believe that purely that helps push us out of the city more. If you get what I mean.
I do.
Because like as great as the Beatles are for the city, and as great as the likes of the Zootons and stuff are too.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say so much the Zootons, sorry. I would actually say primarily the Beatles and stuff like that. It's created sort of a image that you've got to break out of within the city, if you get what I mean.
Right. No, that makes sense. By the way, so I learned this term from a friend of mine who's British, but then I saw it in your bio. So you refer to yourselves as a Scouse band. Is that a reference to being from Liverpool?
Yeah.
And what does that mean? What does that term mean for people who don't know? Does that just mean somebody from that area?
Yeah, you're just a Scouser.
Yeah, pretty much. That's just, there's like, I don't really properly know where it comes from. There's all kinds, like, but we've got our own Discord Scouts as well.
Okay.
So, I don't know if that's where it's from.
There's also a lot of
anyone from Liverpool is Scouts, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a lot of through a lot of history. There's a lot of, say, London and the big rich people looking down upon our city and maybe not giving us what we should have got. So a lot of people from Liverpool like to say we're Scouse. We're not actually English. We're from Liverpool. We see ourselves as from Liverpool and then from England. We're not English and then Scouse. It's the other way around with us.
Okay.
It's probably because a lot of us in the city are more together, where if you go out the city, there's a lot of, I wouldn't say like discrimination, but there's a lot of funny remarks getting made because you're from where you're from, if you get what I mean.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Same thing happens in America. Absolutely.
Yeah. We just try and fly the flag as much as we can as where we're from.
Be proud of where you're from. Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. Well, there's something very rock and roll about that too, isn't there?
Definitely.
What's the live situation for you guys? Have you guys been touring, or obviously? I mean, I'm sure where you are, there's lots of places to play, but have you been able to get out and maybe do some festivals or anything like that?
We started to get gigs in the likes of London.
Okay.
Pretty good venues down there for what it is.
Yeah.
I think our next venue down there, the pub we're playing in, survived 2 world wars. So I'm quite glad to be playing in places like that. Where we're history.
Yeah. And then, so what's kind of the trajectory as far as, you've got some singles. Are these going to, do you have plans to release an EP, a full album? What's kind of the future plans as far as releasing new music?
Oh, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
In terms of music, there is definitely more on the way. Like we can 100% say that. And within the end, before the end of the year, there will be another White Ash single to be listened to.
Oh, good.
Good. I think everyone should just be prepared to see a steady, fast flow of songs to come from us, and a lot more to hear from us too.
Oh, excellent. Well, we look forward to that because, like I said, I became a Fast fan. That's very good. Well, I hope that we're the first. American radio station to play the new single when it's ready. But we'll definitely have to have you guys back for that. Absolutely. So, in a moment, at the end of our conversation, I'm going to play the track "Blue Skies," another really cool song. But before I let you all go, where is the best place online to go to keep up with everything that White Ash is doing? Where should people go online?
Instagram at the minute.
Instagram, yeah.
like
You're on everything though, aren't you?
Yeah,
TikTok.
we're across all socials. And ideally, the best place to find us is on the streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, even the YouTube. If you head over to there, that's the best way you can support us. And even better, if you'd ever come to Liverpool or you'd ever come to England, take a look at what shows we've got on and come support us live. We'd love to see a few faces there too.
Yeah.
Absolutely get over to the Instagram to check out where we're playing, and get over to any streaming platform and check our music out and keep listening.
Outstanding. One more thing too, before I let y'all go. The obvious question I haven't asked yet: where does the name come from? It's a cool name, White Ash. Well, what does it mean? Where does it come from?
Well, so basically, we were practicing one day and we went outside for a smoke. And obviously when I flicked it, the ashes fell all over the band, and it was like when we first started out.
Yeah, we were in the middle of trying to think of a name, and then that was kind of like
we got covered in white ash, and
Okay. No, that makes sense. No, it is a very cool name though. I like it. It definitely fits. Well, listen, thank you to the four of you who were able to make it today. And, really appreciate you coming on the show. Like I said, I love your sound, love what you're doing. And we will definitely do this in the future when the next single is ready. Not to put you on the spot, but I would love to have you all back on the show. And we will do that. And in the meantime, we're going to hit this track called Blue Skies. But White Ash, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you very much for having us on.
All right.
Hopefully see you at a show in America one day soon.
I would love that. I hope that happens. We'll put that out into the universe, and hopefully it will be so. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the four of you. Take care.
Thank you. See you later.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. That is 4/5 of the band White Ash. And let's give this a listen. This is another great track from them. I like this a lot. This is called Blue Skies. Oh my God, such a cool sound. I love that. White Ash. That song is called Blue Skies. If you missed it earlier, we played Around We Go, another great track from them, all the way from Liverpool. Thank you again so much to White Ash for joining us on the show today. If you are just joining us, of course, if you don't already know, this is Matt Connarton Unleashed. We are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious Manchester, New Hampshire. And, of course, you can stream the show from anywhere. Go to mattconnerton.com/live for all of your live streaming options. And, of course, don't forget our new site, too, mattconnertonunleashed.com. If you would like to check the searchable archive, you can find, if you're looking for any guest who's ever been on the show, or if you're looking for a particular date, you know, because this show's been around a while, you can go to mattconnertonunleashed.com and use that handy search function there. If I sound a little distracted, it's because I think I'm going to play another. Yeah, I am. I'm going to play another Chasing the Devil track. I really like the song Drowning. So if you're just joining us and you don't know, the reason I'm playing a little bit of Chasing the Devil on the show today, I suppose I'm in mourning in a sense, because one of my favorite bands from the area, Chasing the Devil, have announced they have split up. They are done. And so, oh geez, I tried to search Drowning and I get Drowning Pool. I don't want Drowning Pool. I want the song Drowning by Chasing the Devil. Here we go. Think I found it. You know, I love this band so much, and very sad that they're going. Should I do that? Yeah, we'll do that. But they are all done. Oh, that's a live one. I don't want the live one. I want the studio version. I'm having a hard time finding this. Maybe I won't play Drowning. Maybe I will play. No, why can't I find it? This is very strange. I really like that song. No, maybe I'll play Light It Up instead. I think I have a better file of it anyway. Live radio, my friends, live radio. Oh, Light It Up's a good song, though. Light It Up's a very good song. Maybe if I can find Drowning, we'll play that one later. But, yeah, after 6 years, Chasing the Devil is all done. One of my favorite bands from the area. Love those guys. And, you know, Jay Bello, he's a regular listener of the show, so he might even be listening right now. So let's play this. Here's another great track. And, again, we did a world radio premiere for this one when it came out. This is called Light It Up by Chasing the Devil. And on the other side of this, we might have a chance to get in some music industry news. So don't go anywhere. There's plenty more Matt Connarton Unleashed to come. That is Light It Up. The band is Chasing the Devil as we mourn Chasing the Devil. They are no longer a band. They are officially done. So, but one of my favorite bands. I'm perhaps a little self-indulgent on my part, but I am very sad that they're done. We love those guys, but I'm sure they'll all make more music in the future on their own, independently of that. But thank you again to the guys from White Ash, or I should say the three guys and the one young lady from the band who joined us on the show. And of course, if you missed it in the first hour, we had Dave Jackson from The Room. Had a really great conversation with him. I enjoyed that. Coming up in the third hour today, for those of you listening live, Bobo Burns will be with us. Let's check the chat room, by the way. We do have our friend Isaac Banks from, of course, Greensboro, South Carolina. We often see him in the in the chat room, and you know, there is always, and has been for years and years, some speculation about the identity of Isaac Banks. Is he a real person? Is he a bot? Is he this? Is he that? If you are curious, I will read some of these messages to you. I do enjoy when we get an opportunity to read these. Here's some of what Isaac Banks is saying in the chat room right now. Good morning, hashtag Matt. How are you doing this morning? Good morning, hashtag Jen Coffee. Who is guest, hashtag Matt? Hi, hashtag Mom. Good morning. And I was wondering if you can take me to open mic night at Theater for All. I will be right back, hashtag Matt and hashtag Jen. Good morning, Lucera Huntley. How are you doing? Listen, I know he will be back on TikTok. Is hashtag Moses Timmons? No idea. Lucera Huntley says in the chat, reply to Isaac Banks. Isaac Banks, good. And then Isaac Banks says, good morning, hashtag Emma Allen. How are you doing today? And I will hope I will be there to Theater for All is open mic night. Hi, hashtag Dave Jackson. Good luck, what you do best. Replying to Lucera Huntley. Lucera Huntley, okay. Hi, hashtag Christy Hopkins. Good morning. Hashtag Mike Banks. I want my jacket back. Band it is, hashtag Matt Connarton. Hashtag Jen Coffee. Good morning. Who is another guest on his show? Good morning. Hashtag Nikki Lowe. How are you doing this morning? Awesome music. White Ash. So that is Isaac Banks in the chat room. Loud Entertainment is in the chat room and says, good morning. Tomorrow, Loud Entertainment, Platinum City Gaming, Major Moment, Dead by Wednesday, Hand of the Tribe, Scarecrow Hill, Under the Horizon, 3 to 8 p.m. So that is happening tomorrow at Platinum City Gaming. Very good. Very good. Just got an email from him, too, about a band he wants to bring on to the show. So that is exciting. Let's see. Okay, so I think I found, there was one other track that I wanted to get in. Drowning by Chasing the Devil. Why does this look like it's the live version? Hang on a second. No, I guess it's not. I guess that's a studio track. Just looks like a live performance. Okay. Oh, no, that is live at Wally's. I don't want to play that because I'm worried if there's a swear in it or something. Why can't I find a studio version of that song? That is so strange. See, I thought it would be easy to find it. They have a song called Liar that I really like, but I can't play that one because it's got the F word all through it. Should I play one more Chasing the Devil song? I could play the song Loco. This one wasn't, I don't think, released as a single necessarily. It's on Spotify. It's a good song. Yeah, let's play this one. One more Chasing the Devil, and then we'll do some other stuff. Yeah, we can play this one. This is Loco from Chasing the Devil. R.I.P.
Running away like a
There it is. That is called Loco. That is Chasing the Devil. And again, if you are just joining us, we're featuring some Chasing the Devil today because they are done. They have ended their run after 6 years, and we do so love that band. My friend Stacy texted me and said, I really love this band. Why do I only find out about them after they break up? Yeah, no, they're a great band, great guys, and I'm sure they will do other things. Speaking of breakups and, well, this isn't a band breaking up, but it's been kind of big news because there's this band has been around a long time, Slipknot. Now, they're not going anywhere, but this there seems to be a lot of dispute about what's going on here. If you haven't seen this, Slipknot, this is from Billboard.com. Slipknot cuts ties with Sid Wilson after nearly 30 years. Wilson joined the band in 1998, just before the Des Moines, Iowa founded group's mainstream breakthrough. Slipknot, I saw Slipknot once, only once. I was never a big fan. You know, I like them okay, but I saw them at Ozfest, which would have been 2000. When did I see them? 2001, 2002? It was one of the. I think they've played Oz. I think they played Ozfest more than once, but you know, in Mansfield at that time, it was. It must have still been. Was it still Great Woods at that time? I'm not sure. Anyway, I saw Slipknot once. It was okay. Again, I was never really a big Slipknot fan. You know, I like them, but not something I'd go out of my way for. But apparently, so Sid Wilson has been in the band for 30 years. And he's done. He's a keyboardist and DJ. It says here, again, this is from Billboard.com. The news came in a since-deleted Instagram and website post from the Grammy-winning heavy metal band on Friday, August 14, after weeks of speculation about Wilson's status in the group. The statement remains posted on the Instagram account for Knotfest, the music festival created in 2012 by Slipknot. So the statement reads, quote, effective immediately, Slipknot will no longer be associated with Sid Wilson. We wish him the best in his future endeavors. Now, by the way, future endeavors, any wrestling fans listening to the show might chuckle at that phrase because whenever WWE, whenever they release somebody from their contract, the statement that they put out always says, we wish them the best in their future endeavors. So it's kind of become, it's even sometimes used as a verb now. You know, you might hear, a wrestler say, I hope I don't get future endeavored. But anyway, so it says here, the Knotfest Instagram caption adds, quote, Slipknot have parted ways with Sid Wilson. The announcement could briefly be found on the band's website, unquote. The caption said that? That's weird. Billboard has reached out to a rep for Slipknot for further details. Wilson joined Slipknot in 1998, having been recruited by the Des Moines, Iowa-founded heavy metal band as its 9th member for his impressive DJing skills. He joined just before the group's mainstream breakthrough when they signed to Roadrunner Records and released their 1999 self-titled debut album. The project was the band's first on an all-genre Billboard 200 albums chart, peaking at number 51 in May of 2000. Yeah, Slipknot was absolutely massive for a while, where they've since landed 6 top 10s and 3 number 1s. 2008's All Hope Is Gone, 2014's 0.5, The Gray Chapter. So 0.5 or -5? And 2019's We Are Not Your Kind. In 2006, the band took home their lone Grammy, Best Metal Performance for the song Before I Forget, among 11 career nominations. Last month, TMZ reported that Wilson, known for wearing a gas mask-like face covering amid the famously masked band, was notified July 31 that he'd been let go from the group. With no official word from the band on Wilson himself, comments from Slipknot guitarist Jim Root on Instagram planted seeds of doubt around the report. Quote, don't believe everything you read, Root wrote in a since-expired Instagram story post. Quote, stop, think, take a breath, sit with it for a while, maybe, just maybe even wait until there's more information, unquote. Friday's posted and deleted statement exactly 2 weeks later is the first word from Slipknot on the status of Wilson. who also reportedly broke off his engagement to Kelly Osbourne in March. Slipknot's most recent album was 2022's The End So Far, which debuted and peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200. This is not without some controversy. Again, there are some competing narratives and stories and speculation about why Sid Wilson is out. And I'm just going to see if I can find something really quick here that we can look at, because all the gossip and everything is interesting. Okay, this is so Sid Wilson was removed from Slipknot because the group reportedly grew tired of his behavior and how he mistreated his bandmates. And this is not anything new, by the way. He was supposedly, there were always rumors that he was a bit of a handful to deal with. The real reason and timeline: behavior issues. Sources close to the band stated that his firing was a long time coming after years of tension regarding his attitude and treatment of other members. TMZ first reported his removal on July 31. The band briefly posted, then deleted the official confirmation. Okay, we know about that part. The band planned to announce the departure on their own terms, but early leaks caused frustration and chaos behind the scenes. Around the same time period, his engagement to Kelly Osbourne ended, and she posted the public statements urging him to take personal responsibility. Uh-oh. So, not sure exactly what happened there, but Sid Wilson out of Slipknot, and I'm sure eventually we'll get the story. Now, the other thing that I hadn't planned to talk about, but it just occurred to me, David Lee Roth has canceled the rest of his solo tour, and some of you will chuckle at that news because it's become kind of a thing on YouTube. All these people are posting videos of David Lee Roth and his recent live performances, and it's pretty bad. I don't remember who we were talking about this with on the show recently, but we were talking, oh, yes, when the Melted Chapsticks were here in studio with us, we were talking about Motley Crue and how for years now, people have been posting videos on YouTube about Vince Neil and how terrible his vocals are. And when I say that's been going on for years, I mean probably close to 2 decades now. Well, David Lee Roth has also gotten similar treatment, especially over the past, I don't know, year. You know, at one point he had said he was retiring from touring. He had posted, this was a couple of years ago before he decided to come back. He had posted something on social media about, it was very cryptic, but it sounded like he was saying that he was having some severe health crisis or something, because he said he couldn't perform anymore because, I wish I could remember how he put it exactly. It sounded like he was hinting at something was very wrong. And he said something about every time he steps on stage, he imperils his own future. And doctors have told him that. He actually used that terminology, indicating something medical, that every time he was stepping on stage, he was imperiling his own future. And so he wasn't going to do it anymore. And he even makes a very dark joke in the post, something about, because Eddie Van Halen, of course, passed away a number of years ago. And he says something about, something in the post about Eddie, I might be right behind you or something. A little creepy, very cryptic, but he basically announced his retirement from the stage. And of course, as often happens, you know, just like in professional wrestling and in the music industry, retirements are never permanent until you're dead, right? Once you're dead, you might, sorry, I just got a text that made me chuckle. Once you're dead, that's when you're definitely done. So David Lee Roth is not dead, but he did cancel his current tour. Now, it would be interesting. Oh, the other thing that happened too is Kiss, at one point during their farewell tour, David Lee Roth was the opening act. I think it was during the farewell tour. If not, it was the one right before it. You know, the end of the road tour, I should say, to be more specific, so I don't get a tongue lashing from my fellow Kiss fans. Roth had left the tour, or was asked to leave the tour. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but all of a sudden, David Lee Roth was no longer an opening act on the tour. And Gene Simmons, I forget if this was in a post or if he said it in an interview, but he was talking about David Lee Roth and kind of comparing him to Elvis. He's talking about how it's typical of Gene Simmons. And by the way, Kiss is my favorite band. I love Gene Simmons. So if I say anything critical about him, I'm being constructively critical. I do love him, but he does make me cringe at times. he said something about, he's talking about Dave. And he says something about how Elvis got to a point where, because if you look at the career of Elvis Presley, you've got young Elvis. He was thin. He was, doing the movies in addition to music, and he was so cool and so hip. And then you've got, look, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm going to be blunt. You've got fat Elvis. I don't know how else to say it. Vegas Elvis. Maybe that's a more polite way of saying it. You've got Vegas Elvis, where he's wearing the jumpsuits and he's a little heavy and he's not necessarily, if you see some of those performances, he's not the Elvis of old or the Elvis who was young. He's a different Elvis. And Gene Simmons kind of compares David Lee Roth to Elvis. Not that David Lee Roth got heavy. David Lee Roth is still very thin as he ever was. But kind of saying, Elvis got to a point where he was a bit past his prime and could not recapture his former younger glory. And that David Lee Roth might be in that same position, might be in that same point of his career. And Roth responded to this by on social media. I don't remember which platform it was, by offering Gene Simmons an emoji, or actually a series of emojis, but they were all the same, and they were just a middle finger to Gene Simmons. And that was it. He didn't try to defend himself. He didn't try to directly address anything that Gene had said. Now, whether or not that comparison is fair, I'll leave that up to you to decide for yourself what you think of it. I don't think Gene should have said any of that. I think that was mean. Again, I love Gene. Kiss is my favorite band. I love Gene. I love, everything he's done except for the things that make me cringe a little, and I did cringe at that. But he said it, and he did apologize too. Gene did apologize after, and he, because there was some backlash, and he said, "Look, I didn't mean to hurt Dave's feelings, and I am sorry. Sometimes I speak out of turn." And Gene has done a lot of that over the course of his life and career, speaking out of turn. Has it gotten a little bit worse as he's gotten older? Probably. That seems to happen to everyone, though. This is a bit of an aside, but did you know there is research that shows, people when they get, and Gene is what? He's late 70s now or mid 70s? Mid 70s. Did you know that because when people get older, people reach a certain age and they start to be a little more outspoken, and they start to say, some of those things that you think maybe should be inside thoughts become outside thoughts. And older people of a certain age will kind of blurt things out that maybe a younger person wouldn't. And everybody kind of assumes that that's because when people get old, they just don't care anymore. They're like, I'm old. I might as well just say what's on my mind. Might as well just speak whatever pops into my head. Who cares, right? I'm old. What are you going to do? People assume that that's the reason, but there's actually something that happens to the brain where that, for lack of, and look, I'm not a neuroscientist. This is, I only know what I've read, and I'm trying to explain it and articulate it as best as I can. And I'm probably getting some of this wrong because, again, I'm not a neuroscientist. But my understanding is your brain at a certain point does actually change to where that filter that exists in your brain, that filter that sort of prevents you from blurting out things that should remain inside thoughts, prevents those things from getting outside, that filter kind of goes away. And that's why, sometimes it can be uncomfortable if you have old people in your family. Sometimes people think it's cute. Oh, grandma, grandma blurted out something racist today. For some reason, if it's your grandma, you're supposed to think it's cute and funny. When anyone else, you would be horrified, but it's grandma. So, oh, that's so funny what grandma said. It's like, no, actually, that's not funny, but I really wish grandma hadn't said that. But there is something that changes in the brain. So maybe that's why Gene Simmons keeps saying cringy things, because he's said other cringy things. But he seems to do it more as he gets older. Maybe that filter is going away in his brain. The point being, David Lee Roth cut his tour short. I know I took a very long way around back to this, but he abruptly canceled the rest of his remaining tour. This just happened recently. It says here, scrubbing upcoming shows in cities like Louisville, Kentucky, and Dillon, Colorado from his schedule. I don't know why those two cities are mentioned specifically. Full refunds are being issued to ticket holders, and no official reason was provided, though industry speculation points to weak ticket sales. Now, why would there be weak ticket sales? Who doesn't want to see David Lee Roth? Well, here's the problem. If there's all these videos of you butchering these songs, I mean, it's really bad. I would say, I don't know if I would say worse than Vince Neil, but pretty bad. That's not exactly a good advertisement for your show, for your tour, right? If people can go online, and it's easier now than ever, and go on social media and find out and discover that you can't sing anymore. And in reality, if we're really being honest, there are people who went to see Van Halen, when Roth rejoined the band in, what would that have been? 2007, 2008? Around there? 2009, maybe? On the reunion tour with Roth, who would say, even then, wow, Roth, really, he's just kind of talking his way through the songs. Can't really do it. That's, cumulatively, I don't know why I can't say that word. You get to 2026 and you see these videos of Roth just acting like a buffoon on stage, and he can't sing at all. I mean, he's that bad. You're probably not going to sell a lot of tickets. Somehow this has not hurt Motley Crue. I don't know why, but the Vince Neil situation with Motley Crue, maybe fans are just used to it. They just know, okay, Vince is going to sound terrible, but the rest of the band is fine. Then there's all that stuff about backing tracks and stuff. We won't get into all that. We don't have time to get into all of that. But Motley Crue has not seemingly suffered from Vince Neil's inability to sing. But apparently this is, I'm guessing that's the reason he has weak ticket sales. Yeah. But there's no official reason that's been given. Oh, there is something here about Sammy Hagar's response. Former Van Halen rival Sammy Hagar posted a sympathetic video wishing Roth well and publicly inviting him to guest perform or host during his Las Vegas residency. Sammy always tries to be the bigger person, doesn't he? He always takes the high road. He really does. I love Sammy Hagar. I'm a bit of a anomaly, perhaps. I am one of the few Van Halen fans who will publicly say I actually preferred Van Halen with Sammy Hagar to David Lee Roth. Every other Van Halen fan on earth will tell you that they prefer Roth to Hagar. And yet, this is a fact. If you just go by the numbers, they were more successful during the Hagar years than the Roth years. Don't get me wrong. During the Roth years, they were already huge. They were already one of the biggest bands in the world. But they sold even more tickets and more albums with Hagar when Hagar was in the band. And yet, no one ever likes to say, I'll do it. I'll be the uncool kid in the room. I don't care. I love them both. I love all eras of Van Halen. I even like some of the stuff on the one album they did with Gary Cherone. So I love both Dave and Sammy. I do. I love them both for different reasons. They're different flavors, right? But gun to my head, I got to go Hagar. Hagar's got the pipes. Hagar's a hell of a singer. Roth is a more clever lyricist. I will say that. Got to give Roth that. But Hagar is a better singer, and Hagar can still sing. To this day, Hagar can sing. I don't see Hagar canceling anything. And Hagar's older than Roth by, 6 or 7 years? And Hagar is still able to do it. All right. We absolutely have to get to a break. But that is the David Lee Roth news. He has canceled the rest of his summer tour, and he has not said why. And I do hope he's okay. I know we picked on him a little bit. I picked on him a little bit, but I do hope he's okay. Maybe he's going to try to maybe work with a vocal coach and see if there's any way to salvage what's left of those pipes. God bless him. But he's done for now. And he's 71 years old. I mean, that might be it. It wouldn't be the first time he's retired if he is, in fact, retiring. We'll see. All right, we're going to take a break, show some love to our amazing sponsors, and we do love them so. And then, if you are listening live, coming back in hour number 3, Numero Trace, we're going to have Bobo Burns on with us via Microsoft Teams, who not only does he have a great album, but he's got a book. Can't wait to talk to him about it. I did read it this week. Really, really good. So Bobo Burns coming up in the 3rd hour. Don't go away. There is lots more Unleashed coming right up.
The Alzheimer's Foundation of America is holding a free educational conference on September 16th as part of its Educating Across America tour to provide New Hampshire residents with information about brain health, caregiving, early detection, support services, and more. It will take place at the Bedford Event Center. Learn more or register for the free Alzheimer's educational program by visiting alzfdn.org.
Nana's Kitchen and Pizzeria.
From Nana's hands to your plate, tradition, love, and taste that's great. Slow fermented dough, flavor so true. Each bite a story made just for you.
603-232-9366. Nana's Kitchen and Pizzeria. 15 Dartmouth Drive, Auburn, New Hampshire.
Nana's Kitchen and Pizzeria.
Luigi's Pizza Bar and Grill.
For everyone, let's raise a slice on high with toppings all around. It's a pizza party, oh my.
Luigi's Pizza Bar and Grill, 712 Valley Street, Manchester. Come on in or call 622-1021. Luigi, keeping the tradition alive since 1975.
Pizza for everyone, come join the feast tonight. With each slice and topping, everything feels so right.
In times of crisis, you need a law firm that stands by your side. With over 40 years of experience, Craig & Getsoulis is dedicated to fighting for your rights. As former state prosecutors, our attorneys have the knowledge and trial experience to provide an aggressive defense against any charge, from DUIs to homicides. If you've been injured, our compassionate team will assess your case and fight for the compensation you deserve. Serving all of New Hampshire, Craig & Getsoulis is here when you need us most. Visit CraigGetsoulis.com for a free consultation. Craig & Getsoulis, your advocates, your allies.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry. Located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at queencitycabinetrynh.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Hey everyone, this is Rob Azevedo, host of Granite State of Mind, and I want to tell you about Pembroke City Limits in the historic Suncook Village. PCL is an award-winning bar, restaurant, and music venue where there's live music 5 days a week and twice on Saturdays. Everything from blues, country, folk, funk, and a whole lot of jazz. We have 12 craft beers on tap dedicated to local brewers in the area and some of the friendliest bartenders around. Please come visit Pembroke City Limits at 134 Main Street, the historic Suncook Village, only 6 miles outside of Manchester. Open Tuesdays to Wednesdays, 4 to 10, Thursdays to Sunday, 11 to 10. Pembroke City Limits, where it's all about the music.
Diz's Cafe is the place to put a smile on your face. Judy and the crew will take care of you. Bring your appetite and treat your taste buds right. Diz's Cafe is always a winning choice. Breakfast, lunch, or supper. Diz's Cafe at 860 Elm Street in downtown Manchester. Dine in, take out, or make a reservation. Call 603-606-2532. Eat, drink, and be happy. Diz's Cafe.
When it comes to keeping WMNH on the air and your own personal or business computer needs, trust Groland Computers. Located on Elm Street in Manchester, Groland handles computer repair, virus removal, and custom-built systems. Are you looking for budget-friendly options? Check out our selection of fully inspected used computers. We offer tailored on-site solutions. No unnecessary expenses here. Visit Groland.com or call Groland Computers at 603-645-0101. Your tech, your way. Trust Groland Computers.
Midnight.
7 times out of 10, we listen to our music at night. Thus spawned the title of this program.
Late Night Delight with DJ Midas, right here on WMNH Manchester.
You want to know why? Because I'm on the radio.
Saturdays and Sunday nights, midnight to 4 a.m.
This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.